Sranan Gold is a gold exploration company focused on projects in the country of Suriname with its flagship Tapanahony Project. Please remember, this is neither recommendation or investment advice. We're here to learn about the company, and my name is Martin Gagel. Today, we've got CEO Oscar Louzada here, as well as VP Exploration Raiz Boulen, joining us to give us an update on the company's operations on the Tapanahony Project. Gentlemen, welcome and thank you very much for joining us.
Thank
Hi,
you.
Martin. Hi, how have you been?
Very well, thanks. How are you guys doing?
Good. Yeah,
I think
good,
you've
good.
had better weather down there than I have, I'm guessing.
It's getting pretty dry now in country and it's getting pretty hot as well. Yeah.
Okay.
So,
All right.
yeah.
So
Moving into the dry season.
All right. We last talked in July, and you gave us the overall plan and your activities to that point. Why don't you give us a little update on, actually, just a very broad update on the project itself, just for as a reminder for listeners, and then what you've been up to for the last few months.
Yeah, of course. Towards the end of last year, we signed an agreement to acquire 29,000 hectares in Suriname. Those hectares have been previously worked on by IAMGOLD. So the project that we acquired comes with lots of IAMGOLD data and lots of alluvial mining that is currently going on and also been happening in the last couple of years.
Can you tell a little more about the mechanical issues you had with your drilling? Because you started up initially, you had the issues, you had to take a bit of a break, and then you've only recently restarted the drilling. What was the timeline of what's happened there?
Yeah, we started a couple of weeks ago, about 6 weeks ago. We fired up the drills. Initially, they were all running fine, and then ran into some mechanical issues that took about 3 weeks out of the whole program.
Okay.
It took a bit of time to get some stuff into the country. Those have all been resolved. The drill is up and running 24 hours a day. And so actually, yeah, we had to restart this program about 4 days ago.
Okay. Okay. So you started up, that's your first drill hole. You got the data from the first drill hole you did a bunch of weeks
Correct.
back. Then you've been on maintenance pause or mechanical pause, and now you've just restarted and
Correct.
everything's
Yeah.
going.
Yeah.
Okay.
So from now on, things are going well. We'll be doing 24-hour a day drilling at Randy, and
Yeah.
in the future we'll fire up the second drill at on the other side of the river at Puketi. So we got on that 29,000 hectares. We currently have 3 targets that we're looking to further develop. You got Randy, you got New Pit in the middle, and Puketi all the way towards the west of the concession. These are highly actively mined concessions by the local community, and we're going to start poking some holes underneath it.
And just to refresh, this is a very artisanal gold mining district, and you are kind of working alongside or in between the artisanal the miners, is that
Yes.
correct?
Yeah, correct. We have a local community called Puketi, close to the concession. These are the guys that are mining the known or the current pits, and also moved underground, which is quite exciting. But Raiz will talk to that about the stuff that we found underground. So yeah, we work with them. We try and help one another by allowing each of us to work, but also share some information that might help them. And they obviously help us by opening up the bush and start digging tunnels left, right, and center.
So, and obviously you're looking deeper down there, more near at surface with shallow tunnels going underground. So you're not really interfering too much with each other. Is that right?
No. What we're looking for is, bedrock stuff. The locals tend to mine the saprolite and the top layers. But yeah, some of them have ventured underground, and some of these adits that they've dug are 30 to 40 meters deep.
Mm. Mm.
Yeah.
I won't be going in there, that's for sure.
No, exactly. Got to be a bit careful.
Yeah, yeah. All right. So you've done some sampling, you've done a bit of drilling, or you've gotten results out of your drilling. Why don't you give us an update on how the exploration work has progressed so far?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd like to hand over to Raiz to answer those questions.
Yeah. So Martin, we when we kicked off in May, we sampled the underground workings at Bukiti pits and New Pit, where we had the highlights of 80 and 100 grammars. Um, we've also continued, while drilling was happening at Randy's, we've mapped all the pits at surface. That's free data. It's free exposure in these pits, and you have the pits in Bukiti and as in Randy's pit also. So we've mapped a lot of those and gained geological insights, and we've used the LiDAR and the magnetics to kind of extrapolate. And from Randy's pit, the southern boundary of Randy's pit, we've extended mineralization at surface that we've known about by almost 400 meters to the south. Um, and we've also recently sampled the new adit in the far northwest of Bukiti pit, where we have some highlights of 25 and 26 grams per ton. So we have acquired in the extensions of both known prospects some more data, and our observations at surface are also being used to guide the drilling. Right now, we're drilling at a second drill hole. So we're expanding what is known at surface and projecting it down deeper, and that's these targets are going to be followed up by drilling at depth and also along strike.
All right. And just as you're saying this, it's really occurring to me because I've never been there, but you've got jungle and bush and everything above the bedrock. So the fact that these artisanal driller miners are there, it's really giving you better access for sampling and visibility to what's deeper down. So this is really beneficial to you guys, isn't it?
Yes, basically all the work that they do basically allows you to peep into the ground and kind of
Yeah.
see the geology. Um, and also the difference between Pukedi and Randy's pit is in Pukedi, the saprolite or the weathering profile is a bit shallower, and in
Okay.
Randy's pit it's a bit more thicker. Um, so there's benefit for us at Pukedi is that we can see the rock, we can see the structure, we know what we're about to drill. And in Randy's, it's similar but a bit limited. But the workings from the underground miners have allowed us to take good measurements and good grab samples that guide our exploration.
All right. So you've gotten some results out. How many meters have you drilled, or how many meters, I guess, drilled, and how many meters have you released in news releases to date?
We've to date we've drilled almost 350 meters,
Okay.
and we've only released the first 200 meters.
All right. How
Yeah.
deep are your drills going with this plan?
Most drill holes are planned to go to 150-meter depth, but of course,
Okay.
as we go and we see some indications, we have the freedom to extend some of these drill holes to even 200 meters.
All right.
Yeah,
Okay. So really, you've just gotten a couple of drill holes, two or three drill holes in, it sounds like, if that's
yeah,
all
yes.
right.
We're about to move to the third one. Yeah.
Gotcha, gotcha. So you released one a couple weeks ago, 11 and a half meters of 3.64 grams per ton gold. Can you talk about, besides that highlight number, what did we see in that hole, and what does it tell us so
Yeah,
far?
basically what we have intercepted with that hole is your surface expression of mineralization that's down below, because it is in saprolite, which means it's in situ, so it's weathered bedrock. Um, and that ore zone, in the weathering, it manifests itself as quartz veining and a lot of iron oxide. Imagine really porous, rusty looking rock,
Okay.
um, that we call a Gaussian in technical terms, which is always, for centuries has been, the indicator for mineralization. So that's and for us it's exciting because it seems to be a very robust system because we see the surface expression of mineralization. And we try to follow up upon that to understand it and help us guide the drilling, which of course will be aimed at the target, but at a much deeper level into the bedrock.
All right. And the drilling that, how many meters do you have planned for drilling in this current program?
And right now at Randy's, we've almost 4,000 to 5,000 meters has
Oh,
been
wow.
planned for that target. So almost 20 holes.
Yeah.
Um, and we have an equal amount of holes planned for the Puketi pit, which now we know the surface expression or our surface sampling from the grab samples indicates an anomalous zone or an interesting zone of almost 1 kilometer long, with the possibility of extending towards the northwest. And even there, we will carry out more surface work to do some more exploration going northwest of
All right.
Puketi.
So you've really this is just started here. You've just got going and there's a lot
Yeah,
more
yeah,
data to
yeah.
come.
We're only now in second gear. Yeah.
Yeah. And you guys are fully funded for this. Back in June, you raised almost $8.5 million. So this drill plan is fully funded?
Yeah, yeah, it's fully funded. I think we spoke just after that fundraise. So
Yeah.
yeah, indeed, 8.5 million raised. We did get a lot of institutional support. Almost half of the book was placed with institutions, many from Canada, Switzerland, and Hong Kong. So yeah, very happy.
Excellent, excellent. And Raiz, one other question. Just we talked before the start of the recording here. Your background. I thought you're a local Surinamese person, but you've worked with some big gold exploration companies and some big projects in Suriname. Can you give us a little bit about your background?
Yes, yes. I'm a local Surinamese man. After I finished my degree at the university here, I've worked for IM Gold for almost 8 years, and my focus was more on greenfield exploration. So this is why I tried to really understand the weathering profile. And shortly after, I worked with Dennis Lapointe on a couple of junior companies, which the Oh My Gold Mines was one of them.
Okay.
And then, and more recently, I had worked last year for Founder Metals until I joined Sranan. And, I've been working almost 12, 13 years now in the Guyana Shield.
All right. All right. So we're just starting to get data here. Looks fairly positive to me so far. What sort of, the initial focus is on Randy's pit, I guess, and then, or how many drills do you have going now? Is it 2 drills?
No, we have one drill going now.
Okay.
The second one that we have is also being repaired, and
Okay.
um, in the past it was stripped for some parts, but now we'll get that one in working order. But right now the short term midterm plan is to go after and develop Randy's. And while we have the targets outlined, like I said before, the 20 drill holes for the Randy's pit, we're also doing trenching, and we're using the topography and our understanding of the saprolite and the weathering profile here to guide the trenching program and try to understand mineralization at surface. And at the same time, we're developing more targets for us to follow up with the drilling. There is mapping ongoing also, and then also in the Puketi side, similar strategy will be used going forward, because we've already established many times by grab samples and whatnot that there is anomalous amounts of gold there. We have to move towards quantifying these prospects. So we have to build volume, go along strike and at depth in both directions. So that's the short to midterm plan right now.
All right. And with the drill results and the drilling, how frequently do you expect that we'll be getting results out? Every few weeks, every month or so? And we'll get updates on the progress of the drilling?
I think we can expect, because we have some good turnaround times at the labs here. So I think every 4 to 5 weeks,
Okay.
you can expect some results to trickle in.
All right. Okay. So lots of news coming down the pike. Gentlemen, thank you very much. I appreciate your time. That was excellent, and looking forward to future updates. Thank you.